Everybody again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel will continue the second OPRP verification, which is the filtering process. So as we have mentioned in the previous tutorial about the table design, so let's go through our table for the filtering process: the verification, the frequency, the method, records, and the responsibilities. The visual inspection of the filter. For example, I'm inspecting the filter itself. So here I'm talking about the filter. So I will inspect this filter each hour or each 3 hours after squeezing out machine, from which data I have mentioned this from the previous tutorial about the principle number 2, 3, and 4, and establishing the corrective action, which is 5. So all your HACCP plan must be connected, must be each hazard are controlled through all the processes in your HACCP plan, and all the timing are matching within your all principles. So the methodology of this verification will be done by a trained production labor and the quality inspector visually inspect the filter for physical hazards and to ensure that the filter itself is undamaged or wasn't damaged. The records supporting this verification for the filtering process are the filter inspection checklist. So there will be a checklist for the filter, the logbook with photos also and visual standards for any shape or any finding. You must have and corrective action for it, and if there is any visual standards you have done for the picture of the filter itself and the kinds of the cut in the filter. The responsibility, as we have mentioned in the previous Excel, that it will be done by the production labor, for example, each hour, and by the quality inspector each 3 hours. So the verification or the activity on the ground. So the first verification process will be done for the filtering process in our orange juice example, which is OPRP number 2, will be the visual inspection of the filter itself. And as in the any machine in your controls must be done in the equipment check, either it is manually check or equipment check. So the frequency of it will be also operational, for example hourly or in the preventive maintenance or in the overhauling. The method will be using the checklists and visual monitoring for the filter condition, and also checking these filter and changing frequency for this filter. Okay, I mentioned the filter changing frequency. The records will be the filter inspection checklist, the maintenance log if damaged filter, and proper corrective action taken, and filter changing frequency checklist. So now I'm controlling all the verification process in the filtering process. The responsibility will be the production labor, the quality inspector, and the maintenance technician. Okay, all these are brainstorming. The audits, exactly like the previous one, or exactly like the sorting process. Internal by quality team, food safety team, or external by unannounced third parties. Okay, trained by sorry the method will be of this verification by the audit will be done by trained internal auditors or accredited external auditors using interviews, record reviews, and physical observation during site tour. The audit report will be the supporting records with smart corrective action, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time frame. And the responsibilities will be the internal audit team and the external auditor. So these are the first verification process for our filtering process. One of the verification methods also are reviewing the monitoring records. This is a very simple verification process. For example, daily by the quality supervisor or weekly by the quality manager, whatever you are putting in your SOPs. What are these monitoring records will be the log or the reports for quality supervisor or quality manager for the filter checklist manager for the filter checklist compliance. I mean by filter checklist compliance that all the responsible people are respecting this document and respecting these checklists. Each hour, for example, each 3 hours, you have done the frequency, so all of the laborers must respect this frequency and not to delay any activities. The monitoring records will be the whole records in the supporting documents in the method by the following these documents, and finally by the quality supervisor and the quality manager will be responsible for this follow-up of these documents. And the filtering also, if it's a machine, so we'll use calibration according to the OEM, which is the original equipment manufacturer, okay, or whatever you mention in your HACCP plan. So you are mentioning, so I will view these, I will calibrate the vibration rate for this machine. I will calibrate the pores, the or dimension of these pores through blah 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 documentation or this procedure in the calibration. So if you have anything related to be or any equipment to be calibrated, so you must mention and include this calibration process in the verification of the filtering process. The supporting documents will be calibration records and calibration certificates, exactly like the sorting machine. And finally, the responsible people will be the maintenance supervisor, the maintenance manager, the external third-party calibration authority. Now we have finished the verification for the filtering process. Thank you so much, and I will continue in the next tutorial the validation of the filtering process. Thank you so much. Goodbye.